There are a lot of different options to put your keys on steel, but I like this block-mitt washer jig for a couple reasons. There's some easier ways to do it, like I know Cold Card has some devices that you can use, and I think there's the cipher wheel. There's all kinds of different ways, but some of those are expensive, some are cheaper, and I found that this was the cheapest way to do it. And the other thing I like about it is these little notches let you put in numbers on the top, and there are 8 slots here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slots that allow you to put the Bip39 words on the washer. Now, the reason why I like that there's 8 here is because well, there's a couple things about the Bip39 list I'll go over right now. So here's the Bip39 list on GitHub, and the first word is abandon, and the last word is zoo. So this one has 3 letters, okay, and abandon has 7, and here ability has I believe 7 too. But the interesting thing is that none of these words have more than 8 letters. So this block-mitt lets you put every single letter on the steel, and that's what I really like about it the most. It's also a lot cheaper too, and that's a plus, and that's great. I mean, you can save your money and stack more stats. But I really like how it lets you put the whole word, because some of the other options only allow you to put the first 4 letters of that word. Now this is fine if you're like a hardcore Bitcoiner and you know what that means, because if you look at this list, none of these words share more than 4 letters. But let's say something happens to you. Maybe your wife or your kids don't know that, and I just don't want to have any confusion. So that's the main reason why I do like this. And this is done with a 3D printer. I believe you can download the file yourself and 3D print it if you can do that. But I got mine off of CryptoCloaks, and they're not paying me to shill them. I just think it's a cool company. They do accept Bitcoin, I think with BTC Pay Server, so that's another plus. And once you have this, you'll also need some kind of steel stamp kit. I just got the cheapest one on Amazon, and this is the one I found. It was $16.99 for me, or 15 bucks, or something like that. So this is pretty self-explanatory. You will need a hammer, and what you do is you get these M8 washers. These have kind of gone up because steel has gone up in price, but so 2 of these, and they're 12 pieces each, would be about what, 14 bucks. All right, so you can get that these 24 things, or you will get 24 of these, and then you enter the M8 washer into this, and there's also a lid, if you see here, right? Okay, so what you do is you put these things into here, into that little slot, and that lines up perfectly with these different slots. So say these are the numbers, you would put, like, 22 here or whatever, right? And on this example, it looks like this is 22. I guess these are like it would be current, right? So then you would like put the 22 here, and then you would put the C in here, and then just go one by one, and then until you write the word current with your hammer. I'm not gonna actually do this on video because well, I just don't really have the camera equipment to do metalworking here and stuff. So yeah, now you have your jig, you have your stamps, you have your washers. Then you'll need some type of bolt. I think it's best if you take one of your washers and then go into Home Depot, because then you're going to want to match that bolt up with the correct wing nut or something. And that's not a wing nut. But you get the idea, right? I guess there's different kinds of bolts. You don't need the wing nut, but that's just kind of what I like to use. You can use any bolt that fits your, or any nut rather that fits your bolt. Alternatively, you could just use some keychains. I think this is kind of cool because it is your Bitcoin keys, and you could just put them on here. Although I found that this was a little bit harder because usually you can't fit all 24 words on one keychain unless you get like some kind of oversized keychain, but that is another option. So I do prefer the bolts though. And yeah, just pick up one of these. And the other thing about this is it comes in a pack of 2, so if one breaks, then you can still use it for another. You can still use it. And I also like that you don't have to buy. Okay, so maybe it's like 12 and then plus another 14. But if you have more than one key, like let's say you get like a 3 of 5 multi-sig, you can still use the same equipment, and you just have to pay your initial investment for the block mitt and for these stamps, right? And then after that, each one will just cost you the $15 or whatever that it costs for the M8 watchers. So hopefully that helps, and hopefully you will go ahead and put your seeds into steel after watching this video. Thanks for watching.